Hey, everyone.
Oh.
Oh, we're so bright. It's so bright. I'm going to turn down the lights real quick. We're waiting on Dave. Dave went to go get Scooby, so
Yeah.
Harper's here today with us.
Yeah, when you turn those up to see what it would do to the what you call it.
It's a little better.
Yeah, it's better.
How's that?
I think that's good.
We don't look as bright.
Yeah.
Say hi, chat.
Now we need to set up the puppy camera, get that ready to go.
I have it ready. Oh, I have a thing of it. There we go. That looks pretty good, I think. Just looking at it quickly. We don't look as bright today.
Yeah.
I think it's because the lights are so close. Yeah, Scooby. Yeah, I'll turn the camera. So watch. I'll show Harper because he hasn't really seen it, I don't think.
No. What do you?
So I have the ability to.
Oh. Okay.
So
Okay.
I can use the iPad as
So I was thinking we got that camera over there on the arm. You just flip it over so it's looking down at the.
I guess I could.
But
So,
I don't know if you have buttons set up for that camera over there.
Not here.
Not here. Yeah.
Actually, maybe. It's not turned on.
Oh.
I have. Let me face cam to X3. Okay, so I do have that camera, the one facing forward, but
The one facing forward.
I think so.
The one facing down.
No, the one the like the face camera.
That one.
Yeah,
Which is clipped on.
yeah.
I mean, we could. Hang on.
Oh, this might give you some nausea, chat. Give us a second. Oh.
Nailed it.
Oh yeah, that worked.
Actually-
Go up a little bit, like tilt it up a little bit, into the left. Yeah, that's good. Good. Yeah, you can come see it. Hey chat, we're just messing around. Welcome to Reaperland. That's what Reaperland is. Just good times. Look,
Heck yeah.
I might
It worked.
might angle it down here. You tell me. I'm gonna angle it
Angle-
down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, careful of the way I have it. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much dead center almost. There's a little more room on the left now.
Okay, yeah. We should be able to see him there. I don't know how vocal he's gonna be.
I mean, when he was in the office earlier, he was pretty vocal, but
Oh.
hopefully with Dave being right over here where you can see him, he'll be fine.
All right, we're gonna go back to the pre-screen, and then we'll be right back. We'll be right back, chat. We used to do it. Oh, there he is. Oh, you matched the table almost.
Yeah, he could blend in.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, he needs the holds.
Yeah, it's an unfamiliar environment.
But
So.
Yeah.
I'll show you what we set up, Dave. Hold on. What is it? Right here. We have a camera pointing down at it so we can see him during the show.
Oh, okay, cool. Say hi, Scooby.
Oh,
He was
he's so
saying
chill.
Hi. He was saying hi earlier a
Yeah.
lot.
He was barking earlier.
Let's
Yeah.
pass him down the road. Here.
Oh my gosh. Hi there. Hi there. Oh my gosh.
That's
You
my new puppy,
shivering?
Scooby Doo. Yeah, it's an unfamiliar environment, and he's not familiar with you guys, so
Yeah.
you get spooked.
You're okay. Hey. You're okay.
He's trying to get to Daddy. He's gonna get so big.
Yeah.
All of our shows have puppies almost.
Yeah.
Except for Rhonda's show. Rhonda has cats.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think. Does Luca have any? Oh, Luca got a dog, didn't he? I think Luca got a dog.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. Daddy kisses there.
There you go. Just have the Scooby lick you the whole show.
Yeah.
Yeah, socialization is good,
Yeah.
especially bringing him in.
When we first got Hades, we took him to dog parks like from the moment he was allowed, because dog parks have signs posted saying they're not allowed before they're like 4 months or 5 months, I think. I can't remember. But we started bringing him pretty much right when he was allowed to. Oh, we need sandbags on every side, John.
Where's the other sandbag?
Under there,
Ah, okay.
right next to the rolling thing.
Yeah.
Little escape artist. Hey, it's okay.
You're okay, Bubba.
Okay. There you go.
That should stop him.
Hopefully.
That should stop him. We had to put little sandbags.
Or he'll be an escape artist and manage to find a different way out.
He might start yipping here in a second. But
You're okay, buddy. We're right here.
We got
We're right
puppy
here.
cam.
yeah, there he is. Look at
It's
the
okay,
little
Scooby Doo.
His nose is just poked out. Like, how dare.
Oh, does he stay in a cage at home?
No, only when I'm not there.
Got it.
But yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Hey, green users. Should put a toy inside. I don't know if I have any doggy toys here.
Yeah, we didn't. I didn't bring any.
He's okay. We're right here.
Fine.
And then yeah, we can check in on him.
Yeah.
Well, we got you a little Scooby cam.
Oh,
It's
does
Friday.
Everybody know David?
Yeah, I don't. Have you ever been on a show?
I've been on Reaper Live once or twice, but it's been like 2-3 years.
Yeah. This is David Harper, our what is it? Warehouse manager, floor manager? What I don't know what your actual title is.
We don't give out titles. John.
Bald man.
Grand Poobah.
Yeah, bald one. Hey, you don't have a hat.
Yeah. What's up with you?
Well, my hat's currently at home. I finally found it. I meant to pack it for Adepticon, and then realized when I got to Adepticon I didn't have it.
No.
We need conformity. Everybody must wear a hat.
Yeah.
We don't have any extra hats.
Yeah, you
I'm
did
sure
see all
there's
of
one
us.
hidden somewhere around here.
Yeah, you did see us a little less than a week ago. I was thinking about doing the show, and
Hey,
I was
Harper
like,
Bunny.
does Harper want to be on the show? Because we were just with each other for 6 days in a row. We might be tired of each other.
And
So,
and
here we
I
are.
guess not.
Here we are.
No, that was the day that I just like avoided you guys while you guys went to
Scooby.
dinner. I went to the room.
Oh yeah. I need to go shave my head.
Yeah, I had to shave my head, and then I went to look at all the painting contest entries.
And how did that go?
It was fun. I liked walking around. I was on the phone with Lauren. She was talking about like the week of work, so I was kind of working it away.
Shit. We had a break.
Oh no!
You little tunnel rat.
Oh my gosh!
Come here, Scoob. Come here, Scooby.
Yeah, maybe he just maybe he just has to stay in the arms. That's all.
We got a little tunnel rat. We got him. He's still.
Escape Stalag 13 at Reaper.
There he is. Oh, he's so cute.
Release the Dowshounds.
Yeah. All of them.
I don't think Hades ever managed to get out of the playpen we got him. He did knock it over once by accident because we came home later than normal and he got too excited. He scared the crap out of himself.
Yeah, I'm thinking that one. How is it? How are you supposed to stop it from moving around?
With
I don't
weights.
Like generally,
Yeah.
I don't know.
like it doesn't come with anything, right?
Right? No, it doesn't. We're having to improvise. Vicky got that from my office to put it so I could bring them in and put it in the office and yeah. Obviously the flaw with it there. Scooby, quick to point out all the flaws.
Well, you can use those sandbags at least for a little while. I don't need them right now.
I mean, in your office, so there's probably a couple things you can wedge it against, and then you just need something for the other side.
Yeah.
I guess
But-
if you put it in a corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, hi, Michael Paint, the Shadow Raven, Mech Boy 21. I already said hi to Hyper Bunny 99. Hope you had a good show.
Yeah.
Madman.
We did. I meant to ask Hyper
Pocket Lynn.
Bunny and her husband how the show went because it was their first Adepticon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I generally don't know how the show goes, like outside of the vendor area, because that's where we're kind of confined to the whole time.
Yeah.
So I don't know what like the main hallway looks like, the gaming area. I don't know exactly how all that works. I know a little bit about Fort Walpole, so
Yeah, I don't think I looked around any more this year than I did last year. But it's pretty much once we're done vending, it's just nap time.
she said it was great. We liked it. They played a lot of games and took a lot of classes. Yeah, I know you were telling me about your class schedule and all that stuff. So, oh, that's a good question. We could talk about that. For Adepticon, have you learned anything to implement for ReaperCon? The only thing I really was focusing on was like how the classrooms were set up. They
Yeah.
used puppy pads.
Yeah.
and we use
Wee pads. Yeah.
We use we just cover the whole table with
Yeah.
a plastic.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
puppy training.
And so
yeah.
And generally, I think everybody. I asked a couple of people how they felt about it, and they said that it was okay. Like,
Yeah.
it was no big deal.
I mean, it's there to absorb.
Yeah, it's absorbent.
Yeah, and it's very quick to dispose and put out new ones.
Probably makes cleanup a little bit easier for them.
they just psh, 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 psh.
Yeah.
yeah,
and
they
they're,
probably just fold them up and.
and they're self-adhesive, so you don't have to tape them down. They're already sticky.
Are they?
You might
It depends
have to,
on it depends
Not
on
the
the
ones
ones
I get.
It depends on the ones you get. If you
Oh.
spend a little extra, you get the ones with adhesive on the bottom.
Yeah, they had the blue
four corners.
They
Yeah.
had blue adhesive all around in a square.
Yeah.
So I believe those were all puppy pads. Because I saw when they were building the classes, they had the big boxes of them when they were putting them out.
And their
So-
TV stands. Someone made
That
an
was a big one.
observation there. Yeah.
Yeah, I took a picture of it. Oh, I didn't put it in here. It's in my phone. Of the brand of the TV stand. Because right now what we do is we just have the instructor and then they have a table next to them with the TV on it. And after looking at what Adepticon does, they have the TV on on a stand so they can lift it up. Because if you're in the back of the class and the TV's even with the teacher, you kind of there's two other rows of seats
People,
in front
yeah,
of you.
yeah.
So I think I'm going to ask Ron and Dave to look at TV stands and see if we can get those. Because they just come with the bracket and the stand. We have all the TVs already. And then we can just prop them up.
Hyper Bunny said they only put out the pads once. They didn't even replace them.
Yes,
that seems a
they
little
didn't
weird,
replace them,
But
yeah.
but also we typically just put on the tablecloths, right? Which aren't absorbent. So
They're plastic table
Yeah.
covers. And
So the absorbency probably just makes it to where the next person who sits down there's less chance of them getting mess on their stuff.
yeah, and I guess for us, I don't know exactly what it was in each class. Every class is a little bit different. But the people who set up the classrooms, there's paper towels and things
Right.
like that. I wonder if people were just using the puppy pads as like they're painting,
Just for
wet palette and then
after
take it off
you
their
rinse
brush.
Your brush, yeah.
I don't know if they were using it for that or if they had their own things. Let me know, Hyper Bunny, in the classes. So, hey, Peter Rooster, what's up? Yeah, TV stands I think is a good improvement. Is there anything else?
I know that you were looking at the light. The
lights.
That it was the ones that Fort Walpole used specifically because they had multiple arms, which could be useful for something.
Yeah, I have a picture that's gonna hurt your head if you look at it, but it's sorry.
Wow, that hurt.
So this one, it's sideways. So
Oh
It's
yeah,
looking down.
let me zoom in here. So every other table had like a little light that was attached to it that was like a arm V light, and so it would cover both seats, and so they had a big array of those. Obviously, our Fort Walpole's not going to be near that big, obviously, but like I said, a lot of people were coming up to me at the paint and take, and they were saying, because I was asking about Fort Wapple and
Yeah.
stuff, and they said, well, ReaperCon is kind of all of ReaperCon is Fort Wapple. Like
Yeah.
our main hall and all that stuff, it is that. So we don't need to per se like come up with a huge area for a bunch of people to paint because everybody's just painting in the main hall anyway.
Right.
So our Fort Wapple is a little bit different. I see it as like a nighttime, like after the hall's closed.
Yeah.
Or just at night for a place for people that still want to keep painting to hang out. That's what I see it as. I don't know what I don't know what James Wapple sees it as. So I gotta ask him what he wants it to look like, I guess. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because the main hall at Adepticon, I believe, was
Just all gaming.
It was all gaming.
Yeah.
I don't think it was open gaming though. It was like some of it I think was open, but there was smaller tournaments running.
Yeah, we're just a different type.
Yeah.
We're a social convention, I guess, is how you would say it. I guess.
Yeah.
With classes, a lot of classes.
Because the vendor hall had the two major tournaments on either side of it at Adepticon, but their like main hall downstairs was just there was tables of like different types of games that were being played.
Hyper Money says sometimes the resupply of class materials was a little bit not great, like replacing the cups in the water and all that stuff. So some did resort to using the pads to like dry their brushes and stuff on, and others just doodled on them because.
Just because, yeah, that depending on if they were like bored by the class, maybe they just decided to draw something on it.
Oh, I see. Hyper Bunny said the open gaming was off on its own.
Yes.
There's Lord Dave. Lord Dave's coming to ReaperCon.
Oh, yeah?
Last year he came to Adepticon because he was participating in Blood and Plunder tournaments. Is that right, Lord Dave? And so now he's coming back and he's going to be teaching his classes again at ReaperCon. I'm excited to see him and his wife. But we went to dinner with the Flintlock games guy. I can't remember his name, but this guy, the guy with the beard.
Oh yeah, Flintlock Games.
He makes Blood and Plunder.
Yeah, man, I had a good time with him.
Yeah, he was a cool guy.
Yeah.
And then I found out. I didn't find out, but the guy on the right there is eBay Miniatures Rescue. That's his YouTube channel.
Oh,
eBay's Miniature Rescue. He was cool.
So does he go buy minis on eBay and then like paint them up and make them like cooler?
I'm just gonna go on record. I've never seen his YouTube
no, I think
channel.
what he was telling me was that he will buy these rejected figures and then basically repair them or repurpose them into something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's cool. He was nice to talk to too.
Yeah.
And love Brenton Casey. Casey's
yeah.
his name. There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, Casey is. I didn't get his name.
Yeah.
The dinner was quite loud, and we didn't get to talk to everybody.
And we had a good time with Brent.
Yeah.
He's from Maine. I found that
Yeah,
out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And Casey is out
We're
of...
doxing him.
out of California. And he
doxing the
lives
whole
near
state.
Los Angeles. And
Yeah. I knew Brent's name because I've talked to him in emails and stuff. And
Yeah.
he came to ReaperCon 2 years ago, so I met him then. We exchanged phone numbers, so not to brag, but I have his phone number. But then, eBay Miniature Rescue is pretty cool. Flintlock Games, and I talked about you, Lord Dave, at the dinner with the Flintlock Games guy, and he knows you. He knew your name, so that's cool.
Firelock Games.
Firelock? I thought it was Flintlock.
Flintlock.
Oh, Firelock.
no, it is Firelock.
Oh,
Yeah.
Firelock. My bad. I think I was going off of pirates, so I said Flint.
I didn't know what the
I'm
name
so
of that
sorry.
company was. I remember Blood and Plunder because of how many people looked at our pirate ship at the con and went,
Yeah.
I could use this for Blood and Plunder.
Mike Tunez. That's I remember his last name. He was a cool guy. He was very fun to talk to. But yes, that was one of our mini adventures because we were supposed to go to a German restaurant that night, but then it turned out to be a bar. And there was not enough seating, so we went to the place next door. What was the name of that place? I never knew it.
I don't
I
know.
had no
because,
idea.
Yeah. I was, that
it
was
was-
me.
We just
and
walked
I
right
was
next
supposed to
door.
find a restaurant for us all to go to. So I'm quickly looking around. It's like, oh, how about German? Yeah, Wiener Schnitzel and all that. That sounds good. So I'm looking, and all I have is pictures to go off of.
Mm-hmm.
So I find this one. It's like, that looks great. Let's go there.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we get there, and it's really just a long, thin bar.
Yeah.
You
Not enough space.
and it was like, no, that's not going to work. And not only that, but it's full. And so then went to another, the Hofbrau, and they were packed.
Yeah.
And so then it was like the third restaurant down there. It was like, okay, they have tables and they're not packed. Let's go in there.
Yeah. And so we just ordered cheese. I think I got cheese curds like almost every restaurant we went to. And they were all different every time. So like it was the same type of cheese. It was just different batter. So they were quite different every time. So
They're just small mozzarella sticks. Sorry, Wisconsin. They're just small mozzarella sticks. They were tasty.
and then we went to the Pabst place. I got a picture of you guys. You guys weren't paying attention. But when you guys were looking at the history.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks, John. You got my bald spot.
Yeah. And the only person that was paying attention was
Andres.
Andres. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ramon was so excited about
this is the history since Milwaukee. Pabst Blue Ribbon beer was originated in there, and Pabst is supposedly a word in German for pub. Anyway, they started brewing it there, immigrant family, and each one of these metal frames gave a quick update as to the expansion and how well Pabst was doing until about 1974. They got bought out, and but it was during the 80s, I think, or the 70s, where the big rage then in Wall Street was to go and raid the companies, that the assets and were less than the current book value, was less than what was actually worth, and their stock wasn't that high, so you would go in and you would raid the corporation and sell off the assets. And that's what happened to them. And then eventually someone came and got the name and started rebrewing it again.
Yeah, it was quite sad. Because you would go through the years and be like, wow, they're getting successful. And it talks about their record-breaking numbers they were producing every year.
And then right behind Ramon, they actually have a piece of glass that you can walk on. You want to circle that?
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
See, Dave, you missed your chance. You could.
Yeah.
See,
there you go.
Right there.
And so they have various items from the time frame that you're reading on the metal plate.
Oh yeah.
So it was very cool.
There it goes.
Yeah, it was super neat with these big steel planks with like all the text written. 300 barrels a year. So a modest 300 barrels a year is what it says right there. But it was really, and then it got to the point where they sold, and then and then it started becoming more corporate.
The company, essentially.
Yeah, and then it shut down.
Which actually something similar just happened to Joann's. I heard they were going out of business, but I found out from Lauren after the fact. What happened was Joann's was bought by another company, and that company took all of the debt they owed, shoved it into Joann's, and declared bankruptcy with Joann's.
Oh, brutal.
Which is why it's closing.
If you guys ever saw the movie Pretty Woman with Richard Gere, that's the premise. Richard Gere and his compadres are corporate raiders. And what they're doing is they're eyeing this one company, and he bumps into, what's her name, Julia Roberts, I think, and that's what Richard Gere is doing in the movie.
Okay.
Those were the
that's
days.
actually what happened to my dad's company. The reason we moved out here was his company sold to another company. They laid everybody off, and then like a month later, he got contracted by that same company, but he had to move to Texas. Was part of the contract. But they kind of like just bought his company because they did the same thing, and then just gutted it and like got rid of everything in the building.
Yeah, that's something that's happening near my house, because I used to have a Cabela's near my house, but now it turned into a Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah.
And Sarah told me that Cabela's and Bass Pro are owned by the same company, which I thought was weird. I don't know how true this is, but maybe they're just getting rid of all Cabela's and turning them all into Bass Pro Shops. I have no idea.
Know.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I just thought it was
amazed
weird.
at the number of people, though, that when their credit card they would pay at the booth, that were from Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
My parents have a Cabela's card.
Wait, like it's an actual like credit card?
There's a credit card, and you get points. So my parents use their Cabela's card. They earn points.
Kind of like
and
an
then
American Airlines Visa. Or,
then they go spend that money on ammo.
Yeah. Or fishing.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, I guess that's why people use it, right?
Peter
For fishing.
Says,
and things like
that Bass Pro bought out Cabela's.
Oh,
That
okay.
makes sense,
That's it. Okay, so they're just turning all Cabela's into Bass Pros now, and it's a good acquisition because all of their buildings are generally the same. Like,
they're similar, yeah.
They're
very
similar built, like they're the same colors almost, and they're kind of big enough to hold boats and fishing rods and hunting gear.
The whole layout is very.
They don't have to change much.
No,
it's just there you go.
Signage.
Yeah,
and that's about it.
That's it. It's a pretty clever, smart move, I think. So.
It's kind of like when fast food places buy another fast food location that closed, and they just all the equipment's already there, or like the equipment's gone, but all of the setup for the equipment is there for them to just put it in.
Yeah, it's always unique that when the business has a unique, like a Pizza Hut. Closes down. You know that's a Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah,
now,
the building.
It could be a barbecue place, but you know it once was.
Yeah,
you can recognize it.
That happens with Blockbuster with me. When I go back, that used to be a Blockbuster.
Yep.
Yeah. That happens a lot.
I saw a Pizza Hut one time that they turned it into a bank, but the outside of the building was still like a Pizza Hut building.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So last year when we went to Adepticon, we got a rental car, and our rental car was from
Montana.
Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fuck you state, or whatever we called it. What was it? What
It was
was
something along those lines.
There goes our G rating.
The
for this
FU
show.
state.
Yeah.
The FU state. And so this time we got a rental car, and it was from Florida. Mm-hmm. So we were Florida men,
Yeah.
and we were trying to come up with like slogans and stuff to say for this year around.
Yeah.
And I think we landed on "Get off my lawn."
Get off my damn lawn.
Get off my damn lawn, state.
Yeah.
And so, when we're driving around, every time there's something going on, like traffic or something happened, we're like, "Oh, sorry, we're from Florida."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're from Florida.
Yeah, every time I
Get
complain.
off my yard,
Yeah,
Get out of my yard, kid.
Sorry, we're from Florida.
Yeah, that was my biggest complaint was driving in Wisconsin because all the lights are on the sides and not
Oh.
hanging over, and I'm like, where do I look?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a little bit unique.
Yeah, one time you were driving and I was riding shotgun and we pull up to a green light and I go, "It's green, go ahead and go." You go, "That's not my light. My light's over
My
there."
light's over there on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so weird.
that was odd. I didn't think about it until a couple of days when we were there. I
Yeah.
didn't realize because David did a lot of the driving. Same thing. You did a lot of driving when we were there last year.
Yeah, at in Chicago, and Chicago or whatever town Adepticon was in, because we were outside of Chicago. That was fine. Their roads were completely normal.
What
Okay,
is?
John, what is fib?
I don't know.
Oh.
FIBs. Let's try to figure it out. Better than having an Illinois plates, y'all would be FIBs like us.
Foreigners in
Business? Nope.
business? I don't know.
What is Illinois known for? I'm trying to think of that. To like,
It's the land of Lincoln.
Oh. Fibs.
But I would know that because I'm a boomer.
Fibs. Is fib short for something? Or is it
it
an
looks
acronym?
like an acronym. Yeah,
Like 3 different words? Or is it like... She'll tell us in a second. Maybe we look really dumb right now, but
probably. But
I
that's
don't know
okay.
what it means. You would be
You'll be
fibs.
fibs, like
I'm
us.
dating Lauren. I always look dumb.
Yeah. True. Fibs.
Scooby, what is fibs? Huh? What is fibs?
Right,
Oh.
he's been napping. This
Effing
whole
Illinois
time.
bastards is what it is.
Oh, really?
Do the Wisconsin people not like Illinois people? Is that the thing?
I guess.
Is there like some rivalry?
I guess,
Maybe.
yeah. They're border states. I guess it's like a Texas-Oklahoma thing.
Do they call you fibs up there? Is that why you said that? Or who calls you fibs?
And what do the Illinois people call the Wisconsin people?
So cheeseheads, I guess. I don't know.
Probably
But that's not a
cheeseheads,
bad
yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah,
I guess.
no.
Oh, Bears versus Packers.
Oh, that's a
I
big
see.
thing, yeah.
So there's a
Go
sports
Bears.
football rivalry.
There's
Yeah.
a Dub Bears. Yeah,
The
there's,
Bears.
there's a football rivalry, and then that
know what?
created like city rivalries.
With
or,
all
like,
the food issues, we could have just driven the 30 minutes to get back to where the old Adepticon was,
Yeah.
so we could have gotten pizza down there.
yeah, I think it's like 40 minutes, right?
Yeah, where was it? That last night we were at some place that had the pizza, and it wasn't that.
Oh,
great,
the
yeah.
bar, yeah. The pizza wasn't bad. It was okay.
The
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah,
Oh,
Shamburg,
oh.
Hyderabad.
Yeah, the
Funny story. I thought I ordered chicken bacon ranch, but I actually ordered buffalo chicken ranch.
Oh.
And I don't like buffalo chicken that much. It's a little spicy because I was
he
eating my
was
pizza.
like, I don't know if I like this. It's like my pizza's a little spicy. I was like, John, you ordered buffalo chicken ranch. He goes, no, I ordered chicken bacon ranch. So I flipped the menu over and I'm like, that's the only chicken ranch
It
on
says
here, and it's
buffalo
buffalo.
chicken ranch. It was still good. I still ate it. I'm just not the biggest fan of buffalo chicken.
Yeah.
That's all. The flavor and all that stuff.
Well,
But-
what other eating adventures did we have?
So I guess the only successful one was the when we went to 13th Street Market, the food hall.
The food hall was good. Yeah.
Third Street, not 13th.
Oh, sorry, 3rd Street. You really can't go wrong with a food hall when you're in a big group of people because everybody can go get what they want. And there's generally hardly any like waiting and things like that. But
I was surprised though that the number of places that don't take cash, it's credit only.
Oh yeah. I guess that's becoming more and more common nowadays, right?
Yeah.
And we went the first night. I think was the second night. We went to Roscoe's,
Wait,
Dr. Smokehouse.
Doc's Smokehouse.
Doc's Smokehouse, which was partnered with the convention center
Convention center and the hotel.
and the hotels.
That was such a wild ride
Yeah.
because the night of having all the issues and then the next morning walking into a big billboard that says partnered with Doc's Smokehouse, and I'm like, they didn't get that message apparently.
No.
Yeah, they only had 2 cooks and what
Four
waitresses.
staffs. Yeah.
And then when we walked in, we said, all right, it's going to be 20 minutes.
This is the night of the setup.
Yeah,
in other
Wednesday.
Words,
Yeah.
Convention attendees aren't there. This is just all your hall vendors and your workers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there might be a few people there that are attendees that just wanted to get there a day early,
Yeah.
But most, yeah.
Is
there
it's not a
pre-registration
busy.
on Wednesday? Is there pre-registration at Adepticon? Yeah,
Maybe.
Hyper Bunny.
Yeah.
Hyper Bunny was there.
Wait, you were there? Oh, and so when we walked
flew
in,
on our flight.
oh, I mean at the restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
But we got there and they were like, all right, it's going to be 20 minutes. And I remember looking at Dave and I was like, oh, that 20 minutes is not that bad. Like, that
Now,
should
you
be
also
fine.
have to remember to add to the story, John. It was some, I don't know, what did you think, 18, 20-year-old kid?
It was a young guy, young man
Yeah.
at the hostess.
Yeah.
The host,
Right.
the host,
Yeah.
the host was like a young kid.
Young kid. Yeah.
And he
Most
was,
of their staff was young, I think.
yeah. And he was told by his manager to stop seating people.
But he didn't say that.
He didn't say that at
It'll
first.
be about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we go, 20 minutes.
We're
is not
sitting
fine.
there.
So we're sitting there waiting.
We're trying to make small talk. You know, we're all tired. We've been setting up our booth all day.
John started a timer, like he does.
Oh yeah, we'll tell that story. But then 20 minutes goes by, and Dave goes up there, and he's being assertive. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
it'd be another 15.
15 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they didn't get the first estimate right. It is crowded. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
That's good.
It was packed full when we got there. Every table had people
Yeah.
sitting at it.
So,
And then by
15 minutes later,
by that time, we noticed the restaurant started to kind of open.
Yeah,
There was a lot of empty
a few
tables.
are clearing.
There was
Yeah,
4 or
yeah.
5 tables that were empty.
Yeah, there was, and then it started to get more empty, and the people waiting started to get more. Mm-hmm. And we were like, "What's going on?" And then so Dave finally went up there again.
No, then that was
15 more minutes.
for sure.
Yeah, you're next in
Okay.
line. You're next in line.
You're next in line.
next in line.
15 more minutes for sure. Oh, okay. Fine. Hey, guys, 15 minutes for sure.
And then 15 minutes goes by, and then Dave was like, I'm going to go. Was that-
Well,
Wait,
well,
and
first I go
no,
up there
because he
and-
went
and-
up there one last time, and
Yeah,
that was when
and,
he was.
and like half the restaurant is now empty.
Yeah.
The tables are vacant. They've
Yeah,
been cleaned.
No one sat down.
No one is being seated. And yeah, that's coffee nerdy. That's a whole story to itself. Anyway, so people have been started leaving now. So the hallway, and it's like, what the hell, guy? You said guaranteed 15. Well, my owner manager said he's not seating anybody.
because
that would have been nice
the
to know.
Kitchen
kitchen's
is
backed
slammed.
up.
Because the kitchen is backed up. And so my logic is, well, what do you think's going to happen when you start sitting people at all these empty tables?
Yeah, it's
You're
gonna
going
get
to
backed
get
up
slammed
again.
again. So he's like, I don't know, I just work here. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's young.
So one, the owner manager's being a chicken and having this little kid up there deal with all the angry people while he or she hides in the back. And so we wait a few more minutes, and then finally it's like, I'm out of here, guys. I'm not putting up with this crap. So I go back to the hotel, and then like 20 minutes later, you guys got
Yeah, about that long. It took another 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20, before they seated us. But the fun thing was John and I at that point were like, well, we've been in this too long. We're gonna get barbecue,
Now it's
damn
the-
it.
now it's the
It's
sunk
been
cost.
like an hour.
Yeah,
We're
sunk cost.
going to get barbecue. And then the host takes us over and goes, I'm going to seat you, but they're still going to have to wait to put in your food order for like 15 minutes. And we were like, sure, that's fine. I was like, at least I'll get a drink.
Yeah.
Like, at least we'll get something to like, water or something. And the waitress came by, and we all had to basically order the same thing because they were out of everything
Yeah.
but turkey and pork.
They were out of ribs. They were out of
everything. Yeah.
Yep.
chicken.
If you wanted turkey, you were fine.
Yeah. So I was just like, all right. And then so we all had turkey clubs that were okay at best.
So there you go. There's Ramon with his Dr. Pepper hat, and Andres and Dave and John.
Yeah.
All eating their turkey.
Yeah, we got turkey sandwiches, except for Andreas. He got pork.
Yeah.
But man, and that was Ramon's first time having fried pickles.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was obsessed with fried pickles. After that, he kept
That
talking
and
to me about
Dr.
it.
Pepper.
Yeah.
When we went shopping at Walmart for groceries and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, well, I wasn't sure about they were going to take away all my demo or my product that I had in my suitcase. So I packed extra light. I got to go to Walmart and get some T-shirts. And so he's like walking this aisle, walking over here, walking. He's trying to find the cheapest price.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely just going to pinch every penny. Oh, okay. Well, some people are that way. Go. And then one time we're walking by this hat rack, and he looks over and he goes, oh, I have to have that. Didn't even look at the price. Just got to have that Dr. Pepper hat. So anyway, so 20 minutes later they got seated, and then they could only eat turkey.
Yeah.
So that was the first night. That
And it
was
wasn't even
Wednesday
that good.
night.
It wasn't great.
good.
The fried pickles were okay.
Yeah.
The beer tasted good, but it's hard to screw that up.
I think all the like lagers and beers that we had there were pretty good.
Yeah.
But
So
it's hard
I
to-
tried to drink local.
What was the next night?
Then, so the next meal was the next morning.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm talking to Reaper Harley, and it's like, I just gave up and just went back to the room. You
Yeah.
know? And she's like, well, you need to have something for dinner. Well, promise me you'll go have breakfast tomorrow. Okay. So I text John, I want to join you for breakfast. And John's like, okay, what time? So we set a time. We're going to go down, and there's this place called BB's,
Yeah.
which is
Build a
your own
breakfast.
breakfast or build your own burger, lunch and breakfast only. Great. I will meet 8:15 in the lobby, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then the next morning we meet and we walk over there, and we are huh?
So we wake up
So it was
early.
It was 7. It was 7 because we found out they didn't open till 8.
8.
Yeah.
So we woke up to be there at like 7, right?
Yeah.
To eat.
Yeah.
But we found out when we all met in the lobby. Who was it? I think it was Harper.
I looked it up to go, oh, hey, which direction do we have to walk? And I went, oh, it says it opens at 8.
So a whole hour. We could have slept for an hour longer, but we woke up super early to go there at 7. But we found out it opened at 8. So we were like, all right, let's kill some time. I'm gonna get some Starbucks. So we waited in this long Starbucks line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How could I forget Starbucks?
And so we go through Starbucks, and the Starbucks is attached to the hotel. And it's in the bottom base. It's like in the base floor of the hotel.
It's like the first floor,
Right
and
off
then
the street.
hotel's all above it.
And we go there, and they're $2 more expensive because
And the
they're in a
typical
hotel.
Any other? Yeah.
And we get Dave got a hot chocolate, I got a mocha latte, and you got something.
Caramel macchiato.
Caramel
which is my
macchiato.
go-to.
Yeah.
They were all watered down.
Yep.
Yeah, and especially the hot chocolate. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like I need hot chocolate with whip. And so they give it to me, and it's like you taste a little faint whip and then hot water.
Hot water.
I literally just hand it back to them. This is nothing but hot water.
Yeah, Dave
Yeah.
handed it back.
And of course, they're so busy. It's like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then it took us a little while to get our coffees. They were not the
Yeah.
greatest. And then by that time it was like 10 minutes. So we walked down to the place, BB's.
Yep.
We get there as soon as they open. We're the second table in.
Yes.
We walk
Second or
in.
third, yeah.
We sit down. I was like, "All right, guys, let's order right away
Yeah.
so we can beat the rush."
Figure out what you want. Yeah.
Yep.
So we ordered, and then the place was full. Next thing you know, 5 minutes later, all the tables were full.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it keeps going by, ticking, and then food
Yeah,
starts
there
coming
we
out
go.
of the food starts coming
Watered hot chocolate brown. There you go.
out. That's our new drink. Yeah, new paint color. And then food starts coming out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wasn't that table after us? And then wasn't that table after us?
Which sometimes that happens because they might have ordered something easier to
Easier.
make.
Yeah.
I was sitting there going, shit, I ordered eggs Benedict. Maybe they have to make the hollandaise from scratch. They forgot to prep it.
And then
They're finding Benedict right now. You know.
and then Dave goes to the restroom, and our waitress comes out, and she goes,
no, you go to the restaurant first.
I go, and then Dave goes. But as soon as Dave leaves, the waitress comes over, and she's
Yeah.
like, "All right, guys, your food will be out in a minute."
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And then we're like, "Okay, cool." I tell that to Dave when he gets back. I was like, "Hey, our waitress came and said it'll be out in a minute." And then, I don't know, 10 minutes goes by?
10 minutes later, still no
5,
food.
10, yeah. And then she comes out and she goes, "I'm so sorry. The order never went
Yeah,
to the
she's
kitchen."
like, I submitted it in the system, but
Yeah.
from the pad, it never reached the kitchen.
Or she forgot to push send.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
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 And so Dave was
it's
like,
okay, well then John is like, well, we need, now we got to be going. Can
Yeah.
we get it to go? And I go, just cancel my order.
Yes.
And
I felt bad for Dave at that point because he had missed out on 2 meals already.
Yeah.
So
The first 2 meals being there in Wisconsin.
So we get it. They get theirs to go,
Yeah.
and we're walking over to. We're gonna go directly to the convention center.
Yeah.
And that's when I suddenly halfway there. That's when I realized, oh yeah, they have all those signs. No food or outside food or drink in the show. Mm-hmm. And so they're walking with their plastic to go trays. So what do we do?
I was like, I have a lot of space in my backpack. I'll put it in my backpack. And so I lay my backpack down, unzip it, and then I have to put it in sideways and then lift it up really quick because I know that I got biscuits and gravy. And Harper was like, "Did they put the gravy in a container for you?" And I was like, "I don't think so."
I was like, normally if you get food to go like that or or DoorDash, they put any liquids they put in a separate sealed container.
Mm-hmm. and then you got something,
I
two
got
eggs.
Eggs Benedict,
Eggs
so
Benedict.
it's got the hollandaise
Hollandaise.
sauce on top. So I assumed that would also be in a separate container.
So I put it in my backpack, and we're like, all right, we're gonna go in. And so we go through the metal detectors, and they check our backpacks or whatever. And then I was like, cool, we got in there, and I got the food in. We successfully hustled some food in. We're breaking the rules of Adepticon.
what was it?
Don't clip this and send it to them. by the
Yeah.
way.
Which is really funny because the number of times I walked through those detectors
I do.
and I looked back and saw that it alerted them, and they never asked to check anything.
They were pretty.
Sometimes they
lax.
checked bags, sometimes they didn't.
Yeah.
I think it completely depended on who was
When
there.
was it, John, that it was, I forget where it was, but, it was at Doc's house where we're sitting there waiting, and we're waiting. And I look at John and I go, well, you're a social media. Get on there and leave him a bad review.
Leave him a bad
you know?
review, yeah.
And so then after Doc or B&B the next morning, it was like, John, get your pen ready. We need another bad review. And then John's joking, I'm just gonna cover Milwaukee. You all suck.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Just we had not had a good experience in Milwaukee up to that point. So I was like, man, we had so much better food times.
Yeah.
Last year.
And that was the night that Ramon was like, no, I've been to this other place once already.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be good, so we'll go here tonight.
And to be fair, when I sat down and ate my biscuits and gravy, it was actually really good.
Oh, yeah.
My food was really good. It's just the whole experience was not that good.
My food was also great, but it was all over the place. So it was like a deconstructed, like there's the pieces of the muffin over here, the eggs all the way over here.
Yeah, I got gravy all in the bag.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But okay. Then it says no outside food and drink, but everybody was getting coffees. Everybody was getting other drinks, right? And everybody was walking in with them. They weren't throwing them away or anything. So I didn't think it mattered. So every day after that point, when I got my coffees and stuff in the morning, I just carried it in with me.
Yeah.
They didn't stop you or anything.
Yeah.
Every day, just to avoid any possible annoyances, I would chug my first Monster and throw it in the recycling on my way through. And my other one was in my backpack.
Yeah, we were, Kara, we were living the smuggler's blues.
Yeah, maybe that's why they tasted good. It's because I smuggled them in. And I told Chat last night about my the box knife. I had the box knife in my pocket like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Walking in and out, and they didn't stop me. So.
My favorite was when you brought my suitcase down that had all the Sophies in it, and it also had 2 iPads, so it triggered their security thing. And they were like, "Can you open that?" And I had a lock on it from the airport, and you were like, "I can call him so he can bring me the key." And they went, "Don't worry about it." And I'm like, "We could have brought in whatever we wanted, John. It was fine. They didn't care."
So then, what was it? Then John, you went somewhere. I had lunch with Ramon.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Because you guys were out driving.
And we did fine. There was no delay. The food was fine. Blah blah blah. And then you went somewhere. That there was no problem. So then we were like, out of 3 of us.
Oh, it was me and
Yeah.
you. Me and you went somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
you two went somewhere.
And because
So,
Dave went to shave his head.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that was the same night you guys went with Blood and Plunder guy and Goobertown.
Brent and Miniature
Oh
House.
yeah, okay. So and everything was fine there.
Yeah.
So I was talking to John. Well, I think we know who the problem is.
Yeah, because that night I went and shaved my head. I was talking to Lauren, so I was like, I still feel great. I thought I was going to be tired, so I was just going to go to bed at like 7. And then I was like, no, I feel great. I'm going to go look at the painting things. And then I was like, you know what? I'm a little hungry. I'm going to go down to the bar that's at the bottom of the hotel. And I just went and sat at the bar because it's open seating. I didn't have to wait for a table. And I ordered a drink, and then I ordered a burger. And then like 10 minutes later, I'm almost through my first drink. I order another drink, and a guy sits down next to me. I ordered a burger, just simple. This guy ordered a set of wings and mozzarella sticks, I think it was, or fried pickles. He ordered 2 different appetizers, basically. And then another like 5 to 10 minutes goes by, and then his stuff comes out, and I'm still waiting for my burger. I'm almost on my 3rd drink, and I'm like,
Oh, I didn't hear this
some
story.
food would be great.
Yeah.
I was like, some food would be great right now.
I didn't know that happened.
So he brings out my burger when I'm like a quarter of the way to the end of my 2nd drink, and I'm like, all right, just give me a 3rd. Like I'm gonna need another drink to be able to eat my food.
Hey, that's their
Exact-
secret.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh.
Michael paints minis. Exactly.
Yeah, it's his fault.
Yeah. It was,
So,
ugh.
but then it doesn't end. We go to the airport. We're now flying back.
Oh yeah.
And
oh my God, I forgot about the airport.
So John is like, I want a
what happened with this?
a
bagel.
A bagel.
Yeah.
And so John goes, and so it's like, like lemmings, we all kind of like half dead. We kind of walk in there. Okay, well, we'll all get a bagel.
Yeah, I think we had like 2.5 hours till the flight. Yeah.
Yeah. So John gets his bagel ordered. He stands over there and pays for it, and then stands over there, and then David Harper orders his. And
yeah, so I get up to the register. I order my bagel. She puts it in the system, and she goes, "Okay, you can swipe your card there." And then she walks away to do whatever. And then the screen never changes. I try tapping my card; it doesn't do anything. I tried inserting it; it wasn't doing anything. So when she walked back, I was like, "It's not doing anything." And so she goes, "Oh," so she holds down two of the buttons to reset it. But then it's stuck while it's resetting, so it's not resetting. So then she's taking the people behind me in line at the other register, ringing them out while I'm just waiting for this thing to reload. And then she goes,
like, can he go over there? And no.
Dave was like, can he check over there? She's like, oh yeah, like after or whatever. But then she goes in the back room, gets their manager. She comes out and she looks like exasperated with everybody already, and she swaps a cable from like wherever it was to a secondary port, and then she resets it, and she's like, okay, give it at like 30 seconds, and then it comes up and I'm able to pay and everything, but everyone else has already surpassed me and paid. So everyone else gets their food, and Dave's like, all right, we're good. And I was like, well, I still need my bagel.
Yeah. So while he's busy waiting, John's over there and go, hey, John.
This guy. So
I don't know what it was.
Narrowed it down to what the problem was.
I didn't cause any of that in Chicago.
That's true. But
well, it's just you've done something since Chicago.
But we had Vicky with us, so
yeah, maybe Vicky offset it.
Yeah,
because everyone's just too scared of Vicky to go, why isn't this working?
Wisconsin hates Harper.
Yeah, that's okay. I didn't like it either.
Although he's going to leave a bad review for the whole state.
I was really excited when I saw in the middle of downtown Chicago the manhole covers with steam rising out of them.
Yes.
I was like, I didn't think that was real. I thought that was just something from movies.
Hollywood to enhance. Yeah, no, it really is real.
It's the temperature, right? The cold.
Yeah.
And the temperature was, I packed for cold weather because I saw it was going to be like 52s.
Yeah.
In the highs and stuff. But then one night it rained. It rained during the day, and then at night we went out. And when we walked outside, it was like hot. It was like humid.
Yeah.
Like hot. And I was like, what in the world is going on? I was sweating. And then every day after that and before that, it was cold. And a little bit of rainy in the morning. But I that one night, for some reason, it was just really hot. It was really gross. I didn't like it.
Well, yeah, because we were prepped for cold weather. I didn't even bring, I was going to bring a pair of shorts, and then I looked at the weather and I went, oh, no, there's no way.
Yeah. I brought a pair of shorts that I wore on the way up there.
Yeah.
But
then my hotel room AC heater had gremlins.
Oh, my gosh.
Gremlins.
Oh, yeah. You know how our AC kicked on, and it was just like the normal humming?
Yeah.
His was like clanking.
Oh.
It was, hang on, he's going to...
I recorded it because, of course, it would go off, and then it would wake me up at 3:00 in the morning and keep me awake for an hour. But then it would finally fade off and go nice and quiet. So when I went down to the front desk, of course it's nice and quiet. The engineer's going to show up and go, everything's fine, and then leave. So I recorded it. Can you hear that?
Oh, it just sounds like a. There you go.
Oh yeah. See, ours was not making that noise.
It sounds like something's wrong with your car.
Yeah, like a fan belt or something. But yeah, every day at 3:00. At
3 a.m.
in the morning,
3
a.m. It would wake you up and be on for about an hour. So I went down, and they finally took care of that by Saturday. So.
Oh,
and then there was the show.
There was the show.
And we had a good show. We had a new booth layout a little bit this year.
Yeah.
We had display models. That was really nice. We're gonna get some more painted, hopefully, and have some more painted ones there.
And I think you said we're gonna probably get one more display case so we have enough room for everything.
Yeah.
There's some, we're gonna get some new banners because somebody else had the same banners we did because one of ours broke.
Yep.
And then at the end of the show, he came over. It was Bob from Two Thin Coats. He came over and he was like, "Hey, we have those same banners you do. Remember we were talking before the show? Ours are falling apart and we want to get rid of them. Do you guys want them for parts or whatever? And I was like, nah, I think we're going to get new ones anyway. I was like,
no.
We're getting rid of ours
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I was like, ours are falling apart too. Because we were talking about how they were falling apart. So
Yeah. Well, and Ron was defending him. He was like, "They're super easy to put together." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, but they're broken.
So-
they're super easy to put together when they're
So
not
get
broken."
your dancing butt up here and put them together.
yeah. You're driving next year, Ronald. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we'll finish up with marbles. Is there anything else that we? I guess did we finish the question about? Did we learn anything?
Oh yeah.
I guess
Don't
that
go
was
to
most of
docks.
the question.
Not really.
And don't take Harper out to dinner with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I think eating outside of the initial walking distance is probably important. Like just go out like a little bit outside that inner circle and you'll have a much better time.
Yeah.
No con crud. No, I didn't get sick this year.
Yeah, the
No.
only reported case I have is Cav Boss. His son.
Oh, John.
Oh, yeah.
He brought his son. His son now has fever. And
Okay. See, I felt a little weird this morning, but I believe it's my allergies hitting because like I checked I was like, okay, I checked fever. There's no fever. I took a COVID test just in case. No, that's negative. So I'm like, okay, my allergies just really hit me after all the rain we've been getting.
Yeah.
It just like destroyed my throat.
Yes, Pewter Rooster, we will be going next year.
Yeah.
I put a deposit down on the next year's booth.
Yeah, we're gonna be driving next year.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Instead of flying. Yeah.
It's going to be a race. I'll drive the truck with all the stuff in it. You guys can follow in the Reaper truck.
Yeah.
And when you guys stop at a hotel, I'm going to keep driving straight through. And I'm going to do the 15-hour leg all at once.
It shouldn't be that hard.
With your shaved head on fire.
Yeah. Not yeah, no, that might be on fire. Maybe I'll shave while I'm on the road. Just, really, really test my my skills.
Where have you been? The Pegasus?
The Pegasus. Other than other lessons.
Okay, Kara. Come on.
Really, I was only looking at how they set up classes and stuff. It's generally the same. They use the same IPVO cameras we do. The TV stand's a good idea. I guess we got asked Ron about the puppy pad idea.
Yeah.
Everything else was general con stuff. They did have some lockers, which I thought was weird.
And I met the guy.
Yeah,
that
you did?
Basically, the show contracts with this company. They bring out all these, like, I call them airport lockers. And they just set up row and row of them, and then you would put your money in and rent them. And they got security cameras all over the place. So, because you're buying stuff, you get swag bags, and then, it's like walk around all day with it, right? No, just put it in a locker, and then when you're heading home, pull it out. So,
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting because the lockers all looked like they were reclaimed from an old high school or something.
Yeah.
They were all beat up and stuff.
Cranky Dog, that we've been talking about that.
So did the experience inspire
just a
anything
couple of
new?
things.
Yeah, I don't think anything super new. I know that they don't do ribbons there. I noticed that. There was no
Oh,
ribbon.
the
No, they
exhibitors?
did the exhibitor ribbon.
We had
Yeah.
one ribbon. But
You got one ribbon for being an exhibitor, and it was like, oh, so they're copying us. You know?
but there's no other people with
No.
ribbons.
I wished that I had saved one of the mystical fuckery ribbons from ReaperCon
But-
so that I could put it below my exhibitor one.
as opposed to like things that inspired for new things, not really. It's just generally more of the same, I guess
Yeah.
you could say.
It's kind of Adepticon's kind of a different show, so there's a
Yeah,
lot of
it's
things they do, like their tournament area. We're not going to have a Warhammer tournament,
Yeah.
like so we don't need to worry about that.
Hey, we would if there was enough interest in it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we could.
I'm all about the money. If you want to pay to play in a tournament and there's enough interest, we'll do
Yeah.
it.
They did stickers. Oh, StickerCon, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's about it. We're gonna get ready to play marbles and then we'll raid somebody. But if you guys think of anything else to talk about, let me know.
There you go.
Yeah,
I know that I don't know if you saw this, but we showed this off last night. This was the Slayer sword winner, the guy who won the sword this year. It was done by Borja Calvo Bertrand de Liz. Did I say that right? I think that's right.
I'm not even going to attempt to.
But this was the Golden Demon, the Slayer sword. This is the Slayer sword winner. It was really, really cool. So epic piece.
Yeah, John and I had to look up
Delete.
how the Golden Demons work because we had never looked into it before, and realized there's like however many categories. I think there was like 16 different categories.
Yeah.
And then the top from each of those categories gets put up against each other for the Slayer sword.
Yeah, this is David Diamondstone. He got a bronze in unit or kill team.
Yeah.
So this was his bronze entry. Really neat. like reflection in the wings and stuff. So shout out to him. These were his first golden demons that he's won, and this was his silver. So he got a silver for this one.
Oh, that was for the individual.
This was a Horus Heresy.
Horus Heresy. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Coffee Nerdy Bigger. I didn't hear anything, not too much about that. I think given time, because it's like you can't shove the genie back in the bottle, AI will eventually take over and it'll be just accepted.
Yeah, there was controversy last year for the Golden Demon because I think a guy used a AI generated background for one of his images, so he had a model and then a background thing, and I think the background part was AI generated, and he got a Golden Demon I think last year.
So it wasn't allowed this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So AI wasn't allowed, so they couldn't. You have to verify and all that stuff, but yeah, you're right. It's going to be kind of it's already rampant.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's just something we're going to have to try to navigate, I guess, and figure out. It's just the new biggest thing, but it's just changing so fast every day. It grows exponentially. Like the longer it goes, it's
like AI does.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just going to become. I think it's already out of control in my personal opinion, but
yeah. I mean,
just,
if you go to Hobby Lobby and you look at their like art section, like half the art they have up there, at least half the art is all AI generated. You can clearly tell. Or Michael's like you go to their Halloween section. If you see like a piece of art, you can look and find different things that it's like that was clearly AI generated.
No, they're not. We love Michaels. They're going to be carrying our stuff, so nothing bad about Michael's here. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's all
They're not gonna watch
fine.
this.
Like some people like it, some people don't.
Eichels may.
Yeah.
So everywhere's using it. It's all over like Amazon.
Yeah.
If you go to Amazon and you look at all those pictures,
It's all over the place.
It's everywhere.
I personally don't like AI generation
Gotcha.
because there's artists that you can just commission artists to get good art, but instead you are using their art to teach AI to produce art, but they're not getting any pay for that.
Kato Gato, you work at Michael's. You might be seeing one of your stores might be one of our new ones, because I don't know if we've talked about that, or I don't know when we're going to talk about that.
The new
The
restock,
that plus how many more stores we're going to be in, etc.
I don't even know if I know the number.
Oh, I thought it was 700.
I was given the number of things to make, but
So, there you go.
That's all I'm concerned with.
A new list. Oh, I don't know if we might be able to get the list of all the new stores it's going to be in. Maybe. That's a good question. I think we will be able to, but that's a lot of stores.
Maybe
so.
after we get everything done.
Yeah.
We're going to wait until it's getting closer to the deadline, so.
Yeah.
All right. Marbles times? Are y'all ready?
Yeah. Scooby's ready. He's been ready.
Y'all won't be able to hear me, but
That is exactly
go.
how Hades used to, whenever I had to drive in the car, he would freak out when he was a puppy, and he would have to bury his head underneath my arm while I drove.
He doesn't like strange settings. Like, he's getting used to my office.
Right.
But if I take him home right now, oh man, he just goes wild.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of something we noticed about like Aries is we were worried about Aries because he was in the backyard barking at other dogs. We took him to daycare and he was perfectly fine when dogs were like around him, but he's like timid.
Yeah.
Whereas when he's at home with Hades, they just roughhouse all the time.
All the time, yeah. I don't know. I keep telling Ron he needs to do puppies, and in fact, we had a little puppy miniature. Well, a dog miniature at the paint and take that is quite popular.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I know that John's been, especially for the Adepticon paint and take, John's been trying to bring like a lot of stuff from the Bones USA stuff. Oh, is that the crab game?
I don't know.
There's a.
Did I get your message? No, I didn't. Trasharama.
Oh, he was trying to call your office to leave you a message because you said you never get messages on your phone.
Yeah.
And apparently you kept picking up the phone. So he had to call at like 3 a.m. or something like that.
That would have been Paxton or someone. Yeah. No, I haven't had time to check my messages, so it's tax season, so I'm actually doing real work. You know.
I get a lot of missed calls, but I typically don't get a lot of
You called and David never said hi.
Yeah. Like, I'll get a bunch of missed calls, but people usually don't leave messages. And when they do, they usually also left a message for Paxton, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But I've started forwarding him whenever that happens.
It's the new extension is no, I don't, Kara. 112 is the extension. And leave me call back again and leave me something funny so I can play it on the air here. Oh, and we're off. Green Users takes an early lead, followed by Madman. Now Madman's gone and it's Lieutenant Floby.
How can you? Oh, you're
On the
looking.
far
You're
right. looking
at the.
Yeah.
I was like, how
Yeah.
can you tell?
Winnie LaRue, pocket lint. Madman back in front.
It
Uh-oh.
looks like Mauser fell.
I don't know if they're colored or not. They're white. A generic marble is white with no design, so.
John, I like how you've set up all this stuff out here so that you can like do all these different camera things, but we don't have marbles set up out here.
Yes.
Sounds like we need to move a computer out here.
I don't think, well, I don't know. Ron might be there. He might answer the phone. So call after hours and leave a message. All right. So where are we?
Okay, so Mech Boy's in the lead down there. Where did he go? He just like flew away. Now we got Bow Splitter in the front.
Bow Splitter again. I think he was a killer a couple of weeks ago.
His marble's taking a little bit of a everyone got in front of him.
Oh,
It decided to take
the
a
scenic
long
view, yeah.
It was like, I'm just gonna keep rolling around here.
What do you think about all this, Scooby? I'm not having it, he says.
Yeah. He's like, no, it's nap time. I agree, Scoopy. I want a nap too.
Yeah, so do I. Crap. It's like been nonstop. Go, 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 go since we got back from the show.
Yeah. Getting caught up on everything in production and figuring out where everything's been at has been a lot.
Those are teleports or accelerators.
It looks like accelerators. It's just hard to see it because it goes so fast. Jesus. Okay, okay, it's going down another. Wait. This isn't the same one, is it? Is it just going in a circle? Oh, okay, so it does it like a second time. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
So it
Okay.
took us right to the end. Serenity Trek and Green Users, number 2, Cranky Dog and Kara and Sinistus?
Yeah. And then Hyper Bunny.
Yeah. Yes. We all
wait,
love
there's
you,
like
Kara.
there's a whole scoreboard. Oh gosh. Okay. Dang. Okay. Hello? I'm trying to read this. How do we have someone in the top 3 that has 0 wins? I don't understand how this scoring system works.
A win is you were first place.
Oh, but like
Second place, you get nothing.
But your total score is
you still finish second,
okay.
so you get points for finishing second.
Gotcha. So they just consistently finished kind of high. Okay, that makes more sense.
Maybe in your universe, but around here it's still March. Yeah, Samurai Jack, Madman, and
Sapphire 8 Dragon.
8 Dragon?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't get to do a marbles last week.
Right.
Or before the show.
Oh, the week before the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And Scooby wanted to participate.
Yeah.
He's concentrating, using all of his brain power.
Oh my gosh.
Shambiggy?
Shamboogie?
Shamboogie? Yes, now please put in your explanation for Shamboogie. It looks pretty dark.
I like the loading screen that has the crabs on it because it's reminding me of a game that I like to play on Steam.
Yeah.
It was like a $12 game or something like that, but it's you play as a crab using guns and you're like shooting other crabs. It's like a roguelike where you progress from island to island.
Oh.
It's a lot of fun.
I don't know what the percentage is.
Percentages for the
They also give you the death rate, so you can actually have you can rate the game by how deadly you want it.
Gotcha. So some tracks are deadlier than others.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We had looked into actually building some marbles years and years ago when we discovered it.
Oh, like building some ourselves
Yeah,
in the.
yeah.
For a second, I thought you meant like physical ones, which I think
we
would also
actually
be
had-
interesting.
We had one at a ReaperCon, 2 years ago, John?
Oh yeah, the wooden one that John
Yeah.
got. Yeah, yeah.
And they're
Crab
off.
Champions, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crab Champions is so much fun.
58%. Whoa, this is a deadly one. Okay, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Roger,
Oh,
Quinny
okay.
LaRue. Yeah.
Oh, yep, there we go. That's where a lot of those limbs come
skulls
in.
that are names are popping on the bottom. Those are the ones that die.
Okay.
Like right there, Lieutenant Floby, Serenity, the Pegasus.
Dang, we did lose a lot of people right there.
Yeah. You've never played marbles before, huh?
I think I've watched a while back, but I don't think I ever looked like at how it all worked.
And there's Pocket Lint coming down. Wait for me.
I like
Wait for me,
I like how
guys.
Obi-Tony Kenobi is up there, but he's just there. Oh,
Okay. And then what?
so are they all
So you hit the
funneling?
wall
Oh, it's waiting for more people to hit the walls so that it can like break it free.
Oh, so it's a delay. Yeah.
It's like a big delay, yeah. Interesting.
Kara's
Splitter in the
first.
leading.
Or
Oh.
she was.
For a second, I thought Bow Splitter was in the lead, but then I looked at the over on the right hand side.
Now we're down the Pachinko map.
Okay, people are going through, and then it. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
It is a little hard to see things. It's a cool aesthetic, but
Yeah, I don't know. It's too dark to really kind of figure out what's going on. Wish they'd give you an illumination rating on these maps.
death rate right next to the illumination rate.
Yeah. Yes. John has been drinking as he's trying to follow the map.
That
Going down this dark tube into some PVC pipe.
I love that this is kind of like this whole marble track thing is kind of like the Mario Maker game where people just make different levels for Mario, but people are just randomly making these levels for marbles. It's so great.
Yeah, so when it hits the green, that means that, Ish and Loki,
Okay, so the green means it's
Yeah.
locked in over there.
yeah,
Okay,
Kara
okay.
got it third, Coffee Nerdy Beer fourth, Cranky Dog fifth.
Hyper Bunny 6, Jedi Jared, then Bow Splitter.
Yeah.
Then it looks like Roger.
Obi-Tony
Oh, there's
Kenobi.
Obi-Tony. You made it back.
Ish and Loki.
That's interesting.
A quick one.
He's going to pick the longest track he can find. With a really high death rate.
Yeah, pretty good. Cranky Dog.
Rainbow Road.
Well, that's pretty
Oh,
bright.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be fast.
I do think the elimination level was fairly low on it.
Get your exclamation point plays in before your neighbor does. And remember, play well. Be nice to your fellow marblers. Samurai Jack. That's a cool looking marble.
They sell skins in this game.
Yes. Yes, they do.
That's amazing.
Yeah. There's Melon. Good to see you, Melon. And it looks like Kato Gato and Lucitius.
Wait, what the?
Lucidius.
Oh, okay, okay.
And they're off. Lieutenant Fluby takes the early lead, followed by green users.
Oh, nope, it's dark again, John. There's a funnel there. The Rainbow Road was all over.
That's it.
Okay, there we go. Okay. We're back.
Okay, we're back. We have
Okay.
elimination. Going down the rainbow hallway.
I like how Michael's just bouncing in the lead there.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh,
there's an accelerator.
oh, gosh, yeah. Oh, dang.
Cool.
All right. Oh, Celtic Bear just shot forward. Wow.
So this is what it's like when you get flushed down a toilet, huh?
I feel bad for all of my fish in my... Gosh, they just decided to make this as bouncy as possible.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh.
Kara's had trips like this. Yeah.
I mean...
Now it goes dark.
There's
That's
no
it.
more Rainbow Road.
That's it.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that was a fast one. Wow.
50 seconds. And I think John is slowing it down.
So we can see the final ones
Yeah.
coming through.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Floppy's all the way back. Oh, some people do get caught. Okay.
I guess those bumps are slow you down, I guess.
Yeah, I think the intention is to fling everybody all over the place, and that slows some people down and then speeds other people up.
Celtic Boar, 13. There's Quindy. Yeah,
Nice.
Coffee Nerdy Bear. Melon, number 5. Hey, there you go. Well, that's true, Vigos. Yeah.
Yeah, that level was very, very nice. I don't think it killed anyone.
Yeah. So, this is the standings for the month.
Yep.
Celtic Boar, It's Shanloki, Coffee Nerdy Beer, Sinistus, and Quindy
Quindy.
LaRue, and Kara, Bow Splitter, Hyper Bunny, Jedi Jared.
And then Joe MN.
Joe MN. Let's see.
Ray
We'll go to
Mauser,
Go.
Frankie Dog.
Congratulations. And then
Yeah.
if you were the top 3, email me, John at Reaper Mini, Jon.
For last month.
For last
month, yeah.
month. The top 3. There we go. We did it. Sorry, we had to catch up from last time.
Oh, man. Come on, Scooby.
Oh.
Was he sleeping?
Yeah.
He was sleeping. He was sleeping at like half the show at least.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. How do you spell this name?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to spell sketches because I'm dumb. SKETCHES.
Yeah.
Nailed
No
it.
joke,
Nailed
Cranky.
it.
I'd love to be able to sleep like him.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We rated CNOT last night, and I made a joke right before, talking right before we rated CNOT.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, everybody, go tell CNOT that if he wanted to sculpt something, and then we turn it into a miniature."
Yeah.
And then so we rated him, and then he made a clip, and he was like, "Hey, I would love to sculpt something for them. John knows where to find me when they want to make that happen." I was like, "Cool." So we have a cool little thing, but we're gonna be rating Steve Sketches. He's a concept artist here on Twitch. He does a lot of like sketchathons and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
He has a lot of cool artwork, so we're just gonna rate him, I think, and then have a good weekend.
All
Heck
right,
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
all right, Scooby.
Jar Trash, I'd like to poop in the yard like the dog
No
as well.
joke. Yeah, just in fact, I've even told Reaper Harley that. She goes, "Would you take the dogs out?" Sure. And I goes, "I'm going to relieve myself too."
Have a good weekend. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by.
They said bye, Scooby. Say
Bye. We'll see you next week. Bye. Oh, I gotta start the raid. There we go. Raid started. Bye.
Bye.